Very good evening, Team Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And we are taking a look on a SADC Extraordinary Summit. The Minister of Information and Publicity Broadcasting says the nation is informed that an extraordinary summit of SADC heads of state and government is scheduled to be held in Harare from the 16th to 20th November 2024, primarily to address emerging issues of regional significance. So this is what is happening at this point in time, and this is the new update right now from the Ministry of Information. So remember, there are tensions in DRC, there are tensions in Mozambique, and Mozambique is burning as we are speaking right now, which means there is need for SADC heads of state to urgently look into this matter and deal with this matter. It's a matter of significance. It's a very, very important matter, and it can't be ignored. And we just wish the people of Mozambique well. We just hope and believe that they are going to be safe. Just hope and believe that peace is going to be restored, and any disputes which they have are going to be resolved amicably. There is information that the opposition leader in Mozambique is missing or is in hiding or has left Mozambique. There is no tangible information yet, but those are the rumors as of now. So we are going to be closely looking at the key events happening right here in the SADC region, but I think Mozambique and DRC are very, very important issues, key issues right now. And this is coming at a certain point in time when President Emmerson Mnangagwa himself has been on the spotlight from Botswana, from Mozambique. All these countries, they've labeled him a destabilizer, and it's because of ZANU-PF and the way they were campaigning in these countries. There are reports or videos right here of Zimbabweans admitting to have voted in Mozambique elections, and that is voter fraud. That is something which is significant and something which is very important. If SADC was serious, they were supposed to look into the allegations raised by those people, investigate them thoroughly, and understand what really happened, what really transpired. Why is it that they voted in Mozambique elections? Because when you see chaos like this happening, and there are people claiming that to have voted in another country's election, it becomes a very huge problem. It becomes a very big problem and a danger to some people. Remember, people are losing lives protesting against their government. People are losing lives and things are not well in their own economies. Yet there are people who are bragging or who have actually acknowledged that they participated in those elections. So 16 to the 20th are the days. President Emmerson Mnangagwa likely won't be in Zimbabwe or will be attending another summit elsewhere. I'm forgetting the actual name, but there is a summit which is running from the 11th up to the 22nd, which means he will be briefly out of Zimbabwe and come back. That is if he goes out, or you will have to send the Minister of Foreign Affairs to actually represent him in that forum. Then he focuses on what is happening in Zimbabwe. Rumors are that he has been warned or have been warned about getting out of Zimbabwe as of now. And, because of dangers which are happening, because of instabilities which are happening, we just hope and believe that ZANU-PF will look and or retrace its footsteps and stop meddling in other countries' affairs. So they say the summit is earmarked to review the mandate of the SADC mission in DRC as it winds down. In addition, the summit is also expected to be briefed on political events, including recent elections in Mozambique and Botswana and upcoming polls in Namibia. So this is something which is very important. Okay, Ayanda says, thank you for the update regarding the extraordinary summit of SADC heads of state and government in Harare. This gathering presents a vital opportunity for leaders to come together to address pressing regional issues. Okay, and name the Mozambique election violence. If that's not dealt with decisively, other nations won't take us seriously. Okay, so we are worried about this happening in Mozambique, which might spill over into Zimbabwe, the Tunisia moment. Okay, so wishing our leaders God's blessings and guidance. Okay, this is something else. So Team Zimbabwe, let me tell you that the situation in Mozambique is so volatile, and we need to pray. We need to pray that we don't continue to lose lives. We need to pray that political leaders, they hear each other, find each other, sit down. I believe that the courts in Mozambique were supposed to hear the grievances of the opposition because they have tangible grievances, and they can't ignore those grievances. And also, I believe that even the ruling party in Mozambique was supposed to exercise restraint and to cautiously address issues. They cannot continue to act as if they do not know about these problems or about the challenges as explained by the opposition right there. The violence which is happening there was not supposed to be happening in the first place. They could have dealt with this issue in the first place peacefully, but because they have guidance from people who have done it and who have shot people in the streets, and it is without consequences. I believe that that is the reason why they do it with impunity. But one thing we need to note is that Zinopera. But the major problem is that one day the politicians will find each other, people would have lost their lives, and it will end just like that. In Zimbabwe, several people, others are still alive today, and they still have scars from that violence which happened in 2008. And it's a problem because they found each other during the GNU, and no compensation was then given to short sleeve and long sleeve, or during the Mugabe Mofis campaign. No accountability whatsoever. The same as Gukura Wundi, no accountability, Mramba Tswina, no accountability, and it continues just like that. So I want to say this: leaders must not take advantage of negotiating later to terrorize others. They must take action and make sure that they protect everyone. They must take responsibility when necessary. And we just hope and believe that the people of Mozambique